All right, I guess I got to figure out what greeting I'm gonna have for this channel. This microphone's not on. Let me just get this out the way. I say a lot. Before this video that I'm doing right now, there's been actually a lot of footage that I've shot, but I was thinking, I was like, I kind of want to have like an introductory, I guess an introductory video on, you know, me basically. So I was like being corny, but kind of not being corny, because I was like, okay, well, so I was thinking I'll give y'all 23 things about me because of 2023, and also I'm currently 23 right now, so I thought, like, okay, you know how, let's, you know, be on brand, I guess. So I came up with 23 things that I want to tell you about me right quick. And being honest with y'all, like, I'm not going to be reading from a script or whatever. Like, I have, you know, like the 23 things, but it's more so like, you know, one word or like a phrase or something. I didn't take the time to, you know, like, be like, okay, so for this one, you're going to say exactly this. So what I could have said, you know, what I could have thought in a moment, I might not say exactly right then and there, but I'll get the gist. It should be overall the same. So this is like very fresh, like not scripted, honestly. So think of it as, for like, you know, school, you have essays and you have to do the outline. It's like, so the topic would be like 23 things about, you know, Brianna. And then it would be like, okay, so what are 23 things? So it's like I have the 23 things, but I didn't like kind of like flesh them out yet. So this is kind of like me verbally fleshing them out right now. So without further ado, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say for this channel, because I kind of want this to be different than my other channel. Okay, it is charging a little bit. So shit. Here we go. So my first thing that I have the word kiss ass. And by kiss ass, I'm assuming that I meant like when I was younger. Damn, it's like thinking about it to yourself and like kind of expressing it is two different things. But when I was younger, it's funny that I say school, more so primarily middle school, still high school, I had a really bad thing of, I mean, I think not every person, but I know like a lot of people have this feeling where you feel like you just want to be fit in, you want to get along really well with everybody. Like there's like, you know, the people in your grade who are like, they got that thing that everybody like about them. And it's like, you want to be liked by them because you want to be liked by everybody. So like, I used to like really, really give a fuck about what people thought about me when I was younger. Like really bad. Which I think is so funny, which I think is why I am the way I am now. Cause like, I feel like I'm the opposite. Like I don't really care what people say. But then again, I kind of find myself caring sometimes. Like being an adult now, I mean, I still have like people who knew me as a kid, like follow me on social media. So it's like kind of weird to be me now. And it's like, I wonder, do they still see me as that kid who was like, you know, who was like that? So it's just like, sometimes it kind of fucks me up because it's like, it's hard to kind of post on my stuff. Just like, I wonder what they think of me, but it's like, I'm trying to break myself out of not giving a fuck what anybody thinks about me. Like when I vlog now, like I'll vlog in my car and there'll be people walking past my car, and it's just like letting that shit go of like, why does it matter what people think of you? Like everybody always says now, you have to not give a fuck what people think to be successful, because if you care, you're gonna be in your head a lot. And I think it's just the rawness of not giving a fuck that is like, I don't know. Because if you don't care, I feel like you're able to push your boundaries more and you're able to get more shit done. I don't care as nearly as much as I used to, but I still have that kind of pushback feeling of when I'm about to go post something, it's just like, what are they gonna think? But it's just like, are they paying your bills? You gotta stop moving thinking about how people are gonna feel about you, because, for example, off the top of my head, like the whole Ice Spice thing, like when she came out, like people were liked her because of that song, and the people started not liking her. I think it's like she did performances and they're like, oh, she was so dry, she was so stale. And now everybody calling, you know, making jokes about her, like making memes, but like people like actually like her, like, oh, you know, like I like Ice Spice, you know, she's like the icon of the century, blah, 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 you know, like little jokes, but like you could tell people genuinely like her. People are so fucking wish-washy, you can't really gauge what the fuck you're doing off of people's reactions, because people go on a hate train about somebody, and it'll take one person to be like, actually, I like that person, and not everybody dick right. do what you want to do. Don't really put a lot into thought of what other people think about it, unless you're doing something like some messed up shit, you know. Practice, I can't think of the word. I'll kind of just play it by ear. But if you're doing something simple like making videos or making content, I say focus less on making content for other people and make content for yourself. So that's what I think of. So then my next thing, it's so funny. Like, that's why I told you, like, there was no rhyme and reason to this. There was no rhyme or reason to this list. Like, it's not in no particular order. Because my next thing is like, how you go from talking about this to talking about this? So my next thing is tongue kissing. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about tongue kissing? In my experience, with people I've kissed, obviously. I mean, I can't. Anyways, so I be trying to do too much. Like, I be trying to talk. Girl, get to the fucking point. Let me think about what the fuck I want to say first, and then let me say it. Because when I just be, like, talking, I don't know, the camera be fucking me up. When I kiss people, I can say this probably, I haven't really kissed a lot of people, because in my experience, people I've kissed, I can probably, maybe back then I thought they could kiss, but, like, now I'm like, you couldn't kiss. It's like, you'll kiss somebody, like, damn, you could kiss, and then you'll kiss somebody else, and then you'll kiss them back. Because I'm a double backer. Like, well, I used to be a double backer. Like, I would stop messing with somebody, and then fucking somehow later I end up messing back with that person. And it's like, damn, I don't know, it's like that double back, you just be like, damn, you really wasn't shit. And, like, now I can see it. But but with the people I've kissed, I would say there's probably maybe 1 or 2 times I kissed somebody, and me looking at it now objectively, where I'm like, actually, you were a good kisser. That's why I really don't like kissing, for real, because people don't really kiss, don't kiss that well. And I have a short tongue, so I would think, like, I was a bad kisser, or, like, I wouldn't try to initiate tongue kissing, because I'm like, my tongue is short, and everybody I've kissed didn't really try to initiate tongue kissing, so I'm like, y'all ain't initiating, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, why would I initiate it? But, like, in those few times that I have, like, done it, I know there's people out there who really like tongue kissing, but I haven't experienced some shit that I'm like, yeah, like, I'm kind of just like tongue kissing. I can go without it, because I have been going without it for, like, if I could say in my sexual history, what, 7 years? I've gone 7 years without it, and I'm not, I mean, I've tongue kissed before, but it's like the tongue kissing I've done, I'm just like, this is what y'all was hyping up. So, I don't know. I like to kiss. I have rarely found people who are good kissers, I guess. So, you can even ignore the tongue kissing. People don't be good kissers for real, and we too old to not be good kissers. And why the fuck would I put this? Okay, so some of these things are going to be, like, fast, and some of these things are going to be, like, more fleshed out. Because this third one is, I got my first hickey at 18, and I think that was the first and last hickey I got. Funnily enough, oh, this is why. Because the story was, I was messing with this boy. I was about to go off to college. This was October. And my mother's birthday is in October. My birthday's in July. That's why I was 18. I don't know what the fuck I felt the need to flesh that out. So this was the day before my mother's birthday. I'm at this boy's house, and his mom and his brothers are there, and we just hanging out. And in my mind, I had a crush on him for a minute, but I had a crush on him. He had a girlfriend, so I was like, you got a girlfriend, I'm not messing with you. So we were just friends, because I'm fucking cool. But I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know how we started, like, dating. Niggas, it was stupid too, because I was going to college. I was like going 4 hours away for college. I didn't want to be in a relationship with this nigga, but he was pushing an envelope, and I had a crush on him, and I was like, I'm not gonna drop this opportunity. Anyways, back to the story. So we were at his house. Oh, my fucking brother's gonna watch this. We were at his house. His mom and his brothers were there. I think they left to go somewhere, and, like, right when they left, his nigga jumped on me. Oh, what the fuck happened? I know he jumped on me, and we were kissing and shit, and he gave me the fattest fucking hickey, I think, like, on my neck. It was so awkward, because it was, like, the next day, I was going out to dinner with my mom and her friends, and I'm like, for one, this is my first hickey ever. For two, this is I was just like, this is my first hickey. I'm going out in public. I gotta hide this shit. So, like, I had to hide it, like, daily, and it was, like, on a fat ass. It was, like, on my neck. And I was just like, this is fucking insane. And I think that was, like, the first and last hickey I ever got, because I was like, I'm too old for hickeys. I don't know. Sucking on necks, I don't know, just don't do it for me. Like, sucking on my neck, it don't do shit for me. I don't know, my neck don't really get sensitive for real. Like, my neck ain't like, oh, one of my hot spots. But so, why the fuck did I want to say that? Why did I put that down? So this is number 4. So my 4th one, let me lean back, let me get comfortable, is through like self-evaluation, I've noticed, because I don't know, I've been on a fucking mental journey since like last year. 2021, I went through like a really, well, 2021 was, fall 2021 is when I realized, because I was in that shit for a minute, but that was like when I actually realized like how bad my depression was. So it was just like really bad for a very long time. And I was just like writing that shit out because I was like, there's something I could do. Like, I was going to therapy. The therapist wasn't helping. It was like nobody around me I felt was helping. It was just like, I'm telling people I'm fucking depressed, but I feel like I really wasn't getting help for real. So it was just like, okay, like once again, I had to do shit by myself. And I had a thing where I felt like, I mean, I don't feel this way now. I do want to put like people, like my friends who watch this, like I don't feel that way now. Because I do have like my friends who, if I'm really going through shit now, I can talk to and I know that they'll listen. But back then, I don't know, like this the advice they were giving, I was just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? So I don't want to put myself back in that place, but what the hell, where am I going with this? Oh, I was doing a lot of self-reflection because I was in a relationship, and I think it's unfair to be in a relationship, a failing relationship at that, because that shit was failing. Because when was this? Well, shit, I really, the first time I broke up with my ex was winter 2021. But yeah, that relationship was failing because I was just like, I'm sitting here pouring my heart out to you, telling you how miserable I am, and you're not even doing anything. You're supposed to be my person. That's why I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and clock out. I mean, there was, you know, I think in relationships, there's, for like when it's failing, you gotta be real and be like, yeah, this person, it's easy to say, yeah, this person is fucking up and they're doing this and they're doing that. But like, you also gotta look at it objectively and be like, okay, what were you doing, you know, bad in the situation? So I just started looking at, you know, what was I doing bad? And then I went into, okay, excuse me, what are your flaws in general? So something I realized about myself is that I have very selfish tendencies. And I guess I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I used to look at myself before as the friend who was super reliable, who I feel like my friends feel like they could come to me with shit. And I feel like at one point I used to be that friend, but when I had the revelation that I was selfish, I also thought, am I hiding that aspect about myself from my friends, or can they see that I'm selfish too? And that kind of fucked me up because like, you don't want your friends to think that you're selfish, because I feel like that's, if your friend is like, okay, you know, they take care of themselves, you know, like they're their own priority, that's different. But your friend being like, nah, that bitch is selfish. I feel like, you know, like I can think about myself, but I didn't want my friends to think about me, because I don't want them to be like, you know, like she don't really ever give a fuck about nobody but herself. So it's just like, I don't know. I debated if like, can my friends see that I'm selfish, or is it just me who sees it? So that's just something that wrecks my brain. You know, one of the things I think about. If you're my friend, let me know if you feel like I'm selfish, I guess. Number 5 is color palettes that I'm currently obsessed with, or color palettes that I feel like would describe me at the moment. Because, you know, like your favorite color and shit changes. I don't really have a favorite color. I would say I have a favorite color palette. I more so lean towards neutrals, cool neutrals. I love a sage. I love like a teal blue, like kind of that field, but I also love me some browns and some khakis. So like if I were to say a color palette that would describe me right now, I would say this. I don't know, maybe I put something right there, maybe I don't. But yeah, I feel like that, I don't know, that child. Number 6 is, I think at this point, if you follow me on Instagram, at least, maybe, because I don't think some of y'all be looking at my stories, and I should be like, fuck you. Being in my car by myself, just me and my music, or me and my podcast, are probably when I feel like the freest. Me at nighttime, when I feel free. I remember I took a solo vacation by myself one time, and it was like 6.5 hours on the road. The drive back more so, because it was just me and like my podcast. I felt very free just driving but it's just me because I just be in my thoughts were heavy, which is like, since you'll notice, like most of the footage that I have is like me in my car that I've been like recording for y'all. But also it was this park that I used to go to. I mean, I need to go back, but it got cold and I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. But it was this park I used to go to, and it was like I would walk a few laps and I would just feel like so grounded. And I felt free there too, even though there would be people around me. But it was just like, it would just be me. I don't be on my phone when I'm there. It's literally just me walking a couple of laps, shit, maybe 3 laps. And it's like a mile. It's like 3 miles because I be fucking, it's like a little over a mile. So maybe like 3.5 miles or some shit I would do. And it's be like this introspection in my head, just thinking about shit. And I just feel like I feel free when I don't know, I like to be by myself. I do. I enjoy my alone time. But I really do feel the most free when I'm driving or when I'm at that park. Number 7 is that I think that I am an adrenaline junkie. I'll tell y'all the first instance that I was like, oh shit, like I was terrified in that moment, but I 100% would do it again. So there was a time where, okay, I want to say this now because the last 3 years of my life, I dealt with this person. So I have a lot of stories that's around this person. I don't want to make it seem like I'm still hung up on this person because I have literally wiped my hands clean on this person. So I'm done talking to this person. I can't really tell a story without including this person, my ex. It was a time where I had planned a trip for us to go to this cabin in Tennessee. And I'm not gonna tell the whole story because it's just like, it's no point. Let's just get to the fun part. So I planned a surprise. Me being the extra bitch that I was like, let's drive my car. And if I'm driving my car, I want to drive, you know, to like, oh yeah, you know, it's because it was a thing for them. And it was raining like most of the drive. I think it was like a 4-hour drive. It was raining most of the time. And then we had to drive up a mountain. My headlights were working hard as fuck. Like I had to like literally, you know, like when you can't see, you gotta fucking sit up and shit and like stare. So it was like I'm driving through the fucking hard ass rain at night up a mountain. And that shit was so fucking scary. But literally the next day or like the same night, I was like, I would 100% do that shit again. And I don't know, like since then, I was just like, I kind of like moments where I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking terrifying. Which might be why I like horror movies and why I'm looking at wanting to skydive. Which is also, I ain't the biggest fan of roller coasters. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would get on them if people around me want to get on them because I ain't no bitch. But roller coasters, But like I would skydive, I would zip line. It's like I kind of want to like push the like adrenaline junkie in me a little bit more. So I think I like that. I think, you know, that's where I'm reaching for it. I like things like that. Oh, number 8 is friendship. Something I kind of touched on a little before when I was talking about, I think, being alone and also like my selfishness is I battle between like wanting a shit ton of friends and not even a shit ton of friends. It's like I crave a friend group and we travel and we go and do shit. It's like all of my friends not all my friends, my main friends kind of know each other. And it's like the common thread, I think, is me. And it's kind of like, I kind of wish for a friend group where we all know each other, we're all cool, and we can all go do shit like that. And it's like, I kind of want a friendship where me and this person, we talk every day and everything. Kind of like a sister kind of thing. Like, you know the deep, dark shit inside. You know, like, the deep shit about me. And I know the deep shit about you. I don't know, it doesn't change. Like, we talk often. Like, I've had a friendship like that before, but we just kind of grew apart. So it's like a part of me kind of craves that, but then a part of me kind of likes being alone because also where I've had friendships in the past where they did try to talk to me every day, but then again, I get very annoyed. And then again, I do like my alone time. Like, I love to be by myself. So it's just like, do you really want it, or do you want it because you see other people have it and they're having fun? So it's like I battle with like those thoughts, kind of. Oh, and number 9 is hate. It's gonna be like, what hate? But this is easy. There isn't a person who I can think of who I hate. Like, I genuinely don't think I have the capacity to hate people. I have a capacity to not like you, but to hate you, no, I don't have it in me to hate nobody, for real. I don't know. I'm not a hateful person. I'm not like, oh, I hate this bitch. I can not like you, but even for me, if I don't like you, it's probably because you did something to somebody who I care about. If you did something to me, it's not like I won't hate you or I don't like you. It's just like, I don't fuck with you no more. And it's not even like, oh, I don't like, it's just like, I don't know, you kind of just don't exist to me no more, for real. So, I don't know. I don't have the capacity to hate people. I don't hate people. And number 10 is, oh my God. What the fuck? Number 10, I put me currently right now. This shit could change tomorrow. I honestly, I mean, let me say that. Me currently right now, this is the longest that I have felt happiness. Back in December, maybe November, but like for sure December, I put myself on like a 3 month, like I'm focusing on bettering myself in like 3-month increments. I'm like in month 2 of this. Like, you have down days, you have shit where you're like, oh, come the fuck on. But I don't even consider me having bad days anymore. Like, you might have some bad shit that happen in a day, but I won't be like, that's a bad day. Or I might have like a bad mental health day, but even the mental health shit maybe lasts for a few hours and it's like away. So this is like the longest time I felt happy. Like, yeah, I think I felt happy because I'm excited for my future. So it's like, I got to make shit happen now. I got to be productive now to make sure that future is guaranteed for me. So I don't really have time to feel bad for myself, because if I spend that time feeling bad for myself, how the fuck am I going to make shit happen for myself? So that's how I feel. So it's like, I feel very happy. I feel content. Like, I'm doing shit for myself. I got a fucking green screen. I got these lights. Like, I'm not doing everything that I said I was going to do, but that's okay. I'm also giving myself the grace to, you know, not do everything that I said I'm going to do, because shit happens. And I'm breaking the pattern. You know, you can't just fucking 180 overnight. So, like, literally a few months ago, I don't even want to tell y'all that, because it's like, it's so fucking dark. But I was in a very, very dark spot. Like, not even a few months ago. Well, a few months ago, probably. And maybe, yeah, I think maybe October. Like, early October. I don't fucking know. When I was going to that park, I was in a really dark spot. And I'm saying, but like, being at that park made me be like, girl, get the fuck, you know, get out of that mental space. This is like the longest I've been happy, which is sad, because it's only been like a few months. But it's just like, after being so fucking down for the past few years, like, this feels great. And it's just like, I can't wait to just continue to be in this mental space, and then just to see how much I change. Which is why I want to do these videos, because I can kind of see myself changing. I lost a spark from my eyes for so many fucking years. Like, in 2021, I lost a spark from my eyes, and I feel like I finally got my spark back. Well, I got my spark back last year, but it's like, I don't fucking know. I remember one day I looked at myself and I was like, I feel like me again. And it's just a good feeling to have. I put 11, my biggest fear. What's my biggest fear? I don't know. I'm gonna say my biggest fear now that I'm thinking of. Maybe it might not be the thing that I was thinking of when I wrote this, but my biggest fear would be not hitting the goals that I have set for myself, or not making my dreams come true. Because honestly, I feel like the only thing that has me holding on, oh my God, that's so dark, but it's true. The only thing that has me holding on to my life is a promise that I made to myself to make my dreams come true. So it's just like, if I don't make that shit come true, what the fuck am I here for then? And it's just like, yeah, that's sad, yeah, that's dark, but it's honest. And I feel like, for me, I have to move like that, because it's like, if you don't make that shit happen, go ahead and clock out. If I want to stay living, I gotta make that shit happen. So I guess that's my fear. My fear is shit, yeah, I can't. There's no way I can pretty that up. That's me being honest. My 12th thing, which is fucking hilarious, is that being a creative, I'll say for me, like, this is all for me, of course, but being a creative for me is, I have a lot of ideas, or I get inspired by a lot of shit, right? For a while, I really wanted to be, not for a while, for a few months, I wanted to be like I wanted to learn music, and I still want to learn music because I think it would be cool to like have music playing on my videos and they'd be like, oh, well, I made that shit. Like, that's fucking cool. But it's like me wanting to be like an artist. Like, even when I was like, I'm gonna be an artist, it was like I was gonna do that shit for the fun of it, just see if it sticks. But it's like I don't really want to do that shit for real. Or to think something else. I think that's like the most current thing that I was like iffy. Like, I'm learning photography, this shit here, really this shit, because I have a second YouTube channel and it's like planning that shit out. And it's like sometimes I juggle so much shit, it's like I lose my passion for some of it. But it's just like yesterday when I was filming, like I filmed something yesterday, but it's like I was doing it and I was just like, I don't think people gonna give a fuck about this for real. Or it's like I don't really feel like doing this shit. Like, I could have done this video yesterday, but I didn't because I didn't feel like it. And it's just like sometimes I feel like I juggle so much shit that I lose the passion for the shit because I'm like, oh, do this and do this. So it's like really the only things that I'm allowing myself to focus on right now would just be these 2 YouTube channels that I'm doing. Learning music is like the last thing, because I mean that's some easy shit. I can boop bop right fucking quick. I ain't trying to make no fucking Grammy nominated ass song. Sewing and photography, because I want to do photography because I'm trying to vamp up my Instagram, and I want people, like, when they go to my Instagram to be like, oh, like, this bitch, she look like I don't know, like her pictures kind of do something. So like I want to look fucking cool. So it's like I want to learn this shit because right now I can't afford to fucking ask for nobody for no fucking help. So it's like it has to be me. So I think as a creative, sometimes I put too much shit on my plate, and it's like I lose the passion for the things that I originally cared about. I might hold back on 13. Because why the fuck would I put that down? We're gonna move. So we're saying 13 is that I feel like I have never really been like 100% my true self in a relationship. And I mean, people might be like, well, shit, nobody really is. But like how it was like kind of before, it's like I feel like the more relationships I get in, the more I'm like, shit, this is me. I can't really, sometimes I get scared to be myself in relationships. I'm like, sometimes I feel like I'm annoying, or like, I don't know. Like I used to get in my head a lot about like, oh, are you really gonna feel me about this? But I feel like also you should be yourself in relationships, because it gets fucking tiring to be somebody else in a relationship. Cause like, especially if you live with that person, like, I mean, in my past relationship, I feel like I was myself. I feel like I was as much as myself as I've ever been in a relationship, a romantic relationship. I feel like I can be myself. I talk too fucking fast. I feel like I can be myself in platonic relationships because it's just, I guess it's different. Like cause I don't want to sleep with you, so, but I guess a rejection of like, you're being interested. Oh my God. You get on my nerves. I guess the rejection of you being your true self and then be like, I don't really fuck with you like that. I guess that's what hurts. I don't think I've ever my full true self, like, even that was like an issue in my last relationship where he was like, what the fuck did he say? He said a lot of shit. What the fuck did he say about that though? He like, because there's been like many times where I was like, I feel like I can't tell you that, or I couldn't, show that to you because of your reaction or some shit. Like, or I would show him like a part of me or whatever the fuck, and then he would just react negative as fuck. And I was like, yeah, I'm the type of person, if I show you something and you react negatively, I'm not showing you that shit again. I'm not doing that shit again. And he would get mad at that. But I'm like, maybe have a fucking better reaction. And I would. I'm trying more. I'm not getting into a relationship for a fucking while. So this is going to be me for a while any fucking ways. 15 kind of goes back to the whole creative thing. How it's like, I do a lot of shit because I thought it'd be cool to be like, oh, hey, I did this. Like, I am a DIY girly 100%. Learn how to do my nails. I was really big on makeup for a while too. What the fuck else did I learn how to do? Dyeing my hair. I like clothes, like sewing and shit. Like I don't know, like anything that I can learn to do by myself, I will. Because I think it's cool to kind of be like, yeah, like I did that. Like, I don't know, I think I'm a very powerful person. I know I'm a very powerful person, and I feel like knowing, like, doing things without help is fucking cool. So I like to do shit by myself. Oh, 16 is I have an inflated sense of self, and that's fucking 100%. A lot of, like, a big ass portion of my life, like I would say 22 years of my life. Yeah, 22 years of my life, I was very insecure. I was very in my head about shit. Like, I was just like, I was a very insecure person. And I feel like now I have a very elevated sense of myself. I am my favorite person. There's nobody on earth that I love more than myself. I mean, shit, I told you I was selfish. I don't know what y'all expect from me. What the fuck else? I really love myself. I love my face. My body's not where the fuck I want it to be, but it's not like I beat myself up about it anymore. Like, I used to really beat myself up about it. But it's just like, this body got me through a lot of shit. Why the fuck would I beat up on it about it? It's like, even now, like, I realize, like, when I lose the weight again, I got new stretch marks. So, like, my stretch marks are going to be very fucking prevalent. Like, my back is nothing but stretch marks now. My thighs are stretch marks. My skin is, like, not one color. And those are things that I used to beat myself up about a lot. But now I'm just like, well, bitch, you got multicolored skin. That's cool as shit. Stretch marks. So, I don't know. It's like things that I just, like, I don't really give a fuck about anymore. It's just like, I love myself. There's nobody will ever love me as much as I love myself. And not like, oh, nobody will ever love me as much as I love myself. It's more so like factual. There's nobody on earth who will love you as much as you love yourself. Love your fucking self as much as you can. You know, like, I don't know. It's you don't really get to change your body that much. You don't really get to change that much about yourself, because, like, you could change some shit, but it's like, you start changing some shit, then you look for other shit to change, and then you're in a fucking cycle. And it's like, some things, yeah, change them. Minuscule shit in the grand scheme of things, go ahead. But you really can't change your character for real, you know? So, I love the fuck out of me. Number 17, I put tattoo ideas. I guess this is me telling y'all, like, publicly, one of my tattoo ideas. I'm gonna tell y'all because I'm not gonna show y'all no pictures, because fuck y'all. Because if y'all get this before me, I'm gonna be pissed as fuck. So I have an idea. I'm gonna do my arm in a sleeve. It's gonna be centered around death. I'm gonna turn it, oh my gosh. It's like I talk too fast, or my mouth, I don't fucking know. Let me drink some water. I am secretly an alternative girly, you know. Never would guess. So I do a death sleeve. My brother, because one time he asked me, like, what was your purpose? Death is fucking cool. Everybody dies. I don't know. Like, I guess there was, like, oh, the whole reasoning behind, like, tattoos, but also, like, some tattoos just look fucking cool. And I feel like I would look cool as fuck with the fucking Grim Reaper and skeletons and shit on my arm. Like, you can't tell me that's not fucking heat. I want to get it because it looks cool, but I also want to get it because I do think about death a lot, or I used to think about death a lot. I don't really think about it as much as I used to. But shit, I've wanted this tattoo for, I think, a little over a year now. Maybe a year or 2 years, I don't know. But like the sleeve, yeah. I wanted that shit for a minute. So I feel like if I still want that shit, then I'm gonna get the shit. And one of my tattoo ideas, I'm gonna have all black. I think I'm only gonna have, let me not say that, because I say it now, but shit, give me the grace to fucking change my mind. I think I'm gonna have all my tattoos be, maybe, I don't know. See, I say that, but then I also have I want a tattoo that's brown. So that was just a fucking lie. But for sure, one of my tattoo ideas, I want a death sleeve. Cool. 18 is my piercing ideas. I have 4 piercings. You can figure out where those are. I want to do the right side of my ear, especially like when I'm bald. I want the whole, I'll show y'all pictures of that. I want my whole ear, you know, like from here, not here, like more so like, oh my God, that hurt. More so, like here, pierced. I don't want like the industrial, I don't want none of that shit. Cause I think it'd be cool. So I want my ear pierced, and then I want my nose pierced. I want the right side of my nose. I want it to be horizontal, and then I want vertical. I might add extra, but I know for sure I want that. There's a picture I'll probably put up here for reference. Number 19. Oh, well, shit. That's what I already told y'all. I was like, I'm an alternative girly at heart, which is why in a year's time, I'll probably look completely different than what I look now. So I think that'd be really fun to like look back at like how I used to look for the first 23 years of my life. And then 20 is, I don't have one fashion style, which bothers me because I wanted to talk to y'all about this in the next video that I was going to be doing. So I'm not going to get too deep into this, but when people would discuss like fashion styles, they're like, oh, what's your fashion style? And like they would come up with one thing. I can't just come up with one fashion style. Like I feel like that shit gets, you know, I just, like their streetwear is bohemian. I call it like Instagram whore. I don't fucking know. Yeah, Instagram whore. What do they call it? BBL fashion. I guess that's kind of the same umbrella. I don't like to commit to shit. I can commit to a relationship, yes. But committing to a hairstyle, committing to, which is probably why, you know, committing to like a hairstyle or like clothes and shit is like, no. I don't want to be like, oh, I only wear this type of style. Like I want to like, I like to change shit up. And I don't want to say much about that because that's what the next video I do is going to be about. And then number 21 is that I am thinking of changing my name. Not really changing my name, but like changing the name that I go by. A lot of people call me Bree, which actually I like when people call me Bree, which is stupid though because I introduced myself as Brianna and then they're like, hey, can I call you Bree? And I'm like actually that's what I like for you to call me. I changed all of my social handles, well, the social handles that I give a fuck about, I guess, to Brianna Vernay. And then I'm also kind of thinking about when maybe it's just like going by Vernay or something because I don't know a lot of Vernays. I don't know any Vernays, if I'm being honest with you. So I think that'd be kind of like cool to go by. So like I'm kind of like debating whether or not if I want to do that or not. 22 is failure. A big thing of mine is in my opinion, I feel like I've never failed. I've had some setbacks, but I've never failed for real. Like, I've been in some shitty situations, but I feel like I made that shit through. So I can't really be like, oh, like, I feel like I failed. Like, this might be like delusion talking, but I really don't feel like failure exists for me. So that's how I'm moving. Well, shit, that's how I'm moving in 2023. I feel like there's no way for me to fail. So if you, like the whole shit of like, oh, if you could do anything without failure, what would you do? That's basically, I'm moving up off of that hypothetical. So, and then 20, I don't fucking know because I skipped one. So we might be out of order. So this might be actually 22 would be that, this is corny, that this will be, I'm banking on this being like the best, one of the best years of my life. I don't want to say this is the best year of my life because I'm only like 23 turning 24. I don't want to be like, let's say I decide to make it to 50 and I'm like, well, in my 20s was I don't want to be that fucking person. I want to be like, you know, this was one of the best years of my life. This is like the start of the best year, you know, like the start of like 10 years for the rest of my life. But I don't want it to be like, you know, 10 out of 10 years. I don't want this to be the best of my year. I get so mad at myself when I fuck up talking. I want this to be one of the best years of my life. I don't want this to be the best year of my life. I want this to be like, oh my God, I got a lot of shit done. A lot of shit happened for me. Fucking fantastic ass year. But I don't want it to be like, oh my God, like I can't top this year, you know? I want to be able to top it. Like, you know, you don't want to come out the like, you don't want to come out fantastic because everything you do after that, you're going to be like, okay, now bitch, what? But I do feel like this will be one of the best years of my life. In 23, what the fuck can I say? It's off the top of my head. Okay, well, I do a stupid ass one because I'm not going to say that one that I had. I wax myself, which is another DIY thing, but I can wax my eyebrows, no problem. I can't wax my lip. Like my lip, I will go get a Brazilian before I go get my lip waxed. Like I don't wax I'll go get a Brazilian. I'm not gonna do that shit myself. But I'm saying that to say when I wax my lip, because I do wax my lip, I use numbing cream because that pain is fucking terrible. I've experienced a lot of pain in my life. I had a big ass stone in my fucking face and that was excruciating. I've gotten the IUD before. that wasn't a pleasant feeling. I do feel like some people over you know, dramatize, but I do realize that people have different pain thresholds. I'm also like a clumsy person, so I you know, I hurt myself a lot. But that lip shit, especially like inflicting pain on myself, fuck no. That's terrible pain. And I will use lemon cream every time. So that's 23 things about me. We're done. Now I'm going to leave my laptop alone before I get mad. Maybe I'm going to go eat some lunch or some shit and come back. But what the fuck am I doing? Has my face slimmed down? I don't think it has. And I'm mad about it. But fuck it. We're gone. I will see y'all next video. I don't know how I'm going to format this channel. I don't know how I'm going to come on. But I think I'll probably post more frequently on this channel than I will my other channel, because I'm not going to put like a lot of effort into editing and shit. I'm going to edit this video down because this is like this is under an hour. It's like 56 minutes. So I'm going to try to see if I can like bring it to like maybe 40 minutes. Maybe. But I will see y'all the next time y'all see my face on this channel. And it says new.